Never respect people who have these 9 traits. What traits rub you the wrong way? The arrogant, the fake, or the nosy? We all have types that get under our skin. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Wise advice for avoiding toxic behaviors. But also, wise is discerning when to withhold respect. The Stoics argued that respect must be earned through character and conduct, not granted by default. Today, we will talk about 9 traits that strain our good graces and why you should not respect people who have these traits. The Stoic lessons from this will help you gravitate toward people of substance rather than those lacking virtue. Before we get into the details, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell to get alerted anytime we post amazing videos like this. 1. Two-faced individuals. The Stoics emphasize integrity and authenticity over deceptive impressions. Individuals who are two-faced present one persona in certain situations and a completely different one in others. They tailor their words and behavior to please whichever audience they are with while lacking authenticity and consistency. Two-faced people will flatter you to your face but belittle you in front of others when you are not around. They are adept at deception and distortion. Two-faced people build relationships on a foundation of falsehoods. Their motives are rooted in personal gain rather than sincere connection. They manipulate perceptions and manage impressions. With some, they are charming, with others cold. Their act depends on what they want from each person. You never know where you truly stand with two-faced people. Trust is impossible with those who habitually hide their real thoughts and feelings. Two-faced behavior breeds insecurity and cynicism in their relationships. Their facade eventually cracks, revealing the lies beneath. These individuals lack integrity and substance. They trade truth for popularity, but their fair-weather friendships and superficial successes ultimately leave them empty. 2. Narcissists. Stoicism cautions against the emptiness of vainglory and self-importance. Narcissists have an exaggerated sense of self-importance and grandiosity. Their posturing masks deep insecurity and fragile self-esteem. Narcissists feel a constant need for validation through attention, compliments, and displays of status. They surround themselves with sycophants to prop up their egos. Behind their boasting and boldness is a desperate personality. Narcissists believe they are special and uniquely talented. In truth, their perceived talents are often meager. They are pretenders, contributing little. These individuals are too focused on themselves to make genuine connections. All relationships revolve around serving their needs, yet they remain unhappy and unfulfilled. Narcissists are arrogant and haughty. They enjoy putting others down to magnify themselves. They lack empathy, humility, and self-awareness. They often exploit and manipulate people callously to achieve their aims. They leave a trail of damaged relationships in their wake. The narcissist's need for control stems from a place of fragility. Their outward pride hides their inner weakness. 3. Indecisive individuals. Decisiveness demonstrates the courage and wisdom valued by the Stoics. Indecisive individuals struggle with making choices and committing to a course of action. They waver endlessly, considering endless options but rarely landing on a decision. The indecisive are paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake or choosing wrongly, so they delay and defer, waiting for the perfect choice to appear. The indecisive person avoids responsibility by not deciding. They prefer to let others choose so they can evade blame if things go bad. But this passes the buck rather than prudently assessing situations. Indecisiveness demonstrates a lack of confidence and courage. It often leads to missed opportunities, regret, and disappointment. Decisiveness requires wisdom to judge situations wisely. It also demands inner resolve to determine the best path forward and commit. The indecisive lack conviction and try to keep all doors open indefinitely. But progress requires closing some doors, so energy is focused where it matters most. Always respect those who face life head-on, but never those ruled by chronic hesitation. 4. Gossips. Stoics emphasize discretion and prudence in speech over idle talk. Gossips compulsively share rumors and personal information about other people. They relish opportunities for idle talk about people who aren't present to defend themselves. Gossips rationalize their nosiness and chattiness, but their core motives are meanness and malice. They tear down reputations to feel important and powerful. However, they hide their own mistakes and insecurities from the outside world because they are afraid of being seen for who they truly are. These individuals exaggerate and embellish details to make their stories more interesting. Some even go as far as fabricating entire stories with no basis in fact. They sabotage trust within social circles by spreading toxic hearsay. Gossipers feed off attention, drama, and destroy reputations. Their senseless words can inflict lasting damage on relationships and lives. These people naturally lack any kind of self-control and restraint. They impulsively reveal confidential details for a momentary thrill, but their careless speech destroys trust. Their self-importance supersedes guarding hard-earned intimacy. Loose lips sink ships, so never respect or try to associate yourself with anyone who has no control. As the Stoics say, true character shows in exercising discipline over one's tongue. 5. Provokers. Stoicism advises one to steer clear of those who incite anger. Provokers deliberately incite anger and drama in others. They poke around and stir up trouble, then step back to watch the fallout. Such individuals get perverse satisfaction from making situations combustible. They don't mind their own business. They put their nose into people's business and turn them against each other simply for the fun of it. Provokers target sensitive hot buttons. They know how to play on fears and weaknesses to get a reaction. Once they have lit the fuse, they become instigators, fanning the flames and escalating tensions. They manipulate emotions and misrepresent intentions. These evil-minded people thrive on manufactured conflicts and the attention it brings them. They have no interest in resolution, only prolonging the chaos. They lack empathy and consideration. They prioritize their own entertainment over other people's well-being. Instead of falling into their traps, rise above their mind games so that you don't give them the satisfaction they seek. 6. People who feign listening. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate genuine relationships and avoid fake ones. Some people feign listening by nodding along and making occasional eye contact. But internally, their minds are distracted and wandering. They are busy rehearsing what to say next rather than engaged in genuine presence and understanding. People who fake listening hear your words superficially but miss the deeper meaning. They are focused on their own experiences rather than sincerely connecting to yours. Your story triggers their own thoughts and reminds them of their own tales to tell. Feigned listening prioritizes personal agendas over mutual understanding. The pretense of caring disguises indifference to other people's experiences. It reflects self-absorption rather than openness. True listening requires sinking into the speaker's perspective with curiosity and compassion. Only respect those who are fully present and never those who are just pretending to be. 7. People who want to be friends with everyone. Stoics advise choosing companions wisely based on shared virtues. However, some people strive to befriend and associate with everyone they meet. They are highly extroverted and outgoing, but lack principles for choosing companions wisely. These people naively see the good in everyone and are unable to judge character effectively. Those who embrace all comers without discretion betray a lack of standards. They prefer the quantity of friendships over quality, but indiscriminate association can lead to keeping bad company. Some fair-weather friends will eventually take advantage rather than add value. Judicious people build their inner circle slowly from those who demonstrate virtue, wisdom, and shared values. Not everyone deserves access to your time and true self. Respect those who properly vet compatibility before pursuing friendships. Deep bonds require being selective, not haphazard, in expanding your circle. 8. Perpetual critics. The Stoics warn against those who can never see the good in others. Perpetual critics are people who seem to take pleasure in constantly noticing flaws and limitations in others. They point out negatives far more often than acknowledging positives. The critic's filter sees only blemishes and deficiencies, never beauty. They blame and find fault habitually. Behind the critic's fixation on imperfections is an overwhelming ego. Incessant criticism aims to elevate their expertise and refinement, but it reflects a narrow vision and a hardened heart. The perpetual critic is quick to condemn and slow to understand context and circumstances. They cannot get outside their own head. A constructive critic offers thoughtful feedback to help others improve. Perpetual critics, on the other hand, simply put down other people to feel superior. Their censorious remarks reveal more about their arrogance than other people's shortcomings. So respect only those noble souls who uplift rather than belittle. 9. People with insatiable curiosity. Stoicism emphasizes respecting people's boundaries, no matter how close they are. Insatiably curious people pry and probe into matters that don't concern them. They ask overly personal questions and want access to private details that overstep boundaries. Their nosiness stems from their selfish intentions rather than sincere interest. Such people collect information about others like trophies to feed their sense of power. They violate privacy and destroy trust in their quest for hidden knowledge. Secrets excite them like candy excites children. People who are genuinely curious about what is going on in your life seek to understand you so that they can be of help. However, those who are just nosy only want to gain information about you so that they can feel like they have an upper hand. Their probing spotlights their own insecurity more than anything. True maturity recognizes the value of prudent restraint. Some stones are best left unturned out of respect. The excessively curious lack self-control and discretion. They justify intrusions with rationalizations about human nature, but they substitute labels for real relationships. Their nosiness aims to feed their ego, not nurture empathy. Never respect those who are outright nosy. Always stay away from them. What matters most is not what you can find out about people, but how much you can understand them. Stoicism teaches respect and boundaries. If you ever come across people with these traits, never try to go close or associate yourself with them. While it is true that you cannot distance yourself from everyone because no one is perfect, keeping a safe distance from toxic people is best for your own good. Even if such people are in your life, don't give them your respect because they don't deserve it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more amazing content. See you in the next video.